Okay, so today I'm going to teach you how to play some mat ball. It's basically like a game of kickball, except the bases are a little bit different. They're a little larger, or a lot larger. Basically a little bit behind kickball. Nicholas C. Seuss invented it back in 1917, and he was part of an organization to help kids, like an intramural park sort of thing. He had intentions to teach kids the basic fundamentals of baseball and basically the understanding of how the sport is played. He eventually just got rid of the bat from baseball and substituted with a little softball, or not a softball, but softer ball that you could kick and not hurt yourself kicking it, I guess. Some of the rules, well, back to the equipment, you just need a ball, softball like this, 3 mats. It doesn't really matter the size, they just gotta be bigger than a regular base. So like this rug right over here would be a good example of a good mat size. Other than that, you need maybe some closed-toed shoes because you don't want to stub a toe kicking a ball or something. Other than that, you just need your presence and you're good to play. So, starting with some rules for the infielders, you have to get 3 outs to advance into the offensive portion of the inning. You can tag a person out to get them out, or you can catch a ball. That's another way. The fielders are not allowed to go past, they must stay behind the pitcher, so then they're not getting a cheap out if the player were to like kind of mess up and kick the ball and not go very far. For offensive, you get 3 pitches. If you don't kick a ball fair, then fortunately you're out. Then if you the offense, once you kick the ball and it does go fair, you run in a counterclockwise order. You run, so you'd run to, if you're looking at the pitcher, you go to your right, and so on. You advance in a counterclockwise base path-like way. If you were to kick the ball and the ball hits the ceiling, then that's an automatic out. For runners, you don't have to tag up to advance on a throw. So if I were to catch a ball, or a ball is in the air, I don't have to wait for it to be caught to get tagged up. I can just automatically run. Base runners, they need to run around the bases 2 times. You can't stop at home, so if you want to cross the home plate once, you have to go from third to first base. Let's see what else. You're also not allowed to bunt, just a cheap way to get on base. It's not fair or fun for anybody. Let's see. And the last big rule for a base runner, once the pitcher has the ball, you're no longer allowed to run. If you're off the base at the current time, you can't go back to the previous base that you were just on. You have to keep running, and then if you get tagged, you're out. Okay, so now I'm going to do a little demonstration with Bree right here. Basically, I'm going to show you how to pitch the ball, and she's going to hopefully kick it really lightly because we're inside. So you don't want to bounce the ball if you can't. They automatically get a re-kick, so it would be a light kick. So it'd be something like that. And then obviously Bree needs to run first base. If I wanted to get her out, I just throw the ball. I could throw the ball at her, and I could hit her anywhere between from here. Let's get this way. anywhere from the shoulder down, that would be considered an out. The only way you can get somebody out at the first base, when they first run, you could have somebody standing at the mat, they could throw the ball and catch it. That'd be another way to get an out. So if I pretend there's another hitter or whatever, and then I'm gonna pitch it, Bree is not allowed to steal. So if I roll it, and then somebody else kicks it, she can either stay there or she can run, but as soon as she comes off the base, she has to keep running. So if you run, and then I'm the pitcher, so I have the ball, so she automatically can't go back. So I can either throw it at her and get her out, or I can just run up and tag her. You can't throw it to somebody at second base to get them out that way. And then another one, if Bree was at the plate, I roll it to her, and say she kicks it up. So if she kicks it up and it hits the roof, obviously we're not gonna hit the roof because we're inside, but if it hits the roof, the ceiling, she'd automatically be out. I don't have to catch the ball. Runners are still allowed to keep running if they choose to. It just goes back to if the pitcher has the ball again, they have to keep running or they can't run at all. Let's see. So to score a run, I would roll the ball, she'd kick it, and then Bree would run in a counterclockwise order, and then so she's at first base, and she'd run to second base, which clearly we're inside, so it's a smaller place, but she'd be at second base. But she could also keep running as much as she wants. So since she just went from third base, she can't stop at home. She has to keep running around into first base. Once Bree, she has to run around 2 times. Then the kicking team then gets a point. If I were to get 3 outs, then I would be kicking and then she would be in the fielding position. Other than that, that's just a basic demonstration of how to play. Just a quick little recap. Mat ball is just another way or another game for kickball. Just a couple of different variations. Basically just the bases and a couple of different rule changes, like having to run around the bases twice, and you can get thrown out, tagged out. The sealing out is definitely a different rule. Other than that, thanks for watching, and I hope you guys have fun playing this game.